Welcome back to Pantherwave. Man, Pantherwave crownvics. We still rolling them things. We still trying to keep them on the road. Trying to keep them rolling. But boy, I got a story to talk to y'all about this goddamn Crown Victoria. So, alright, here we go. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna start off with I found factory, brand new rear control arms. Brand new. It was built like last year and the year before. Brand new from the factory. Plus to that, I also found a aluminum drive shaft. There we go, aluminum drive shaft. I got the FabTech spacer, and then all I have to do is change the yoke off my drive shaft on the Crown Vic onto this one, right? Alright, so that's out the way. Alright, so the reason I'm back to these factory control arms is because when I first did my rear suspension, my old bushings were bad on the original set of factory control arms. Alright, so bear with me. So I'm like, alright, I'm just go ahead and just change out and upgrade to the CHE control arms. Alright, let me show you those. Alright, so here we go. So see here, I have the CHE control arms installed with my Bilstein shocks as well. Alright, so what's happening is it may be user error, it may be installation error on my behalf, or maybe manufacturing part error on the car, on the part. So after probably about a year and a half of driving on the CHE control arms, my rear end started wiggling. So it started wiggling around on the highway, on the road. I'm like, man, what is going on? So to me, I'm thinking about my Watts link, right? So I'm thinking it's my Watts link. When I first was feeling it, even after installing the CHE control arms. So I ended up replacing my Watts link. Now I wish I probably could have went a little longer. No, this is the original bushings Watts link here, which really wasn't that bad. I could have kept it in there for a little longer. Because the new one that I put in, it wasn't factory, it was an aftermarket one, and it wasn't as tight, so I probably could have left that alone, but I was just chasing that wiggle. So even after doing that, I'm like, man, it's still back there. So I ended up getting up under the car and moving the rear end up under there, and I'm like, why is it sliding? It was literally sliding on the control arm. So let me grab this one, just to kind of show here. Alright, so it was literally sliding on this bushing. So the bushing was doing this while it was clamped inside of the bracket that's attached to the rear end. So what happened was, on the CHE control arms, this interior bushing had wore itself loose, like it was just ovaled out. And I did the proper specs of tightening it down and everything. I mean, I called myself doing it even while the car was loaded with the suspension on the car. So I don't know. So I ended up taking the CHE control arms back off the car, replacing the bushings, reinstalling everything, and still after about 6 months of driving, it's doing the same thing over. So now what's happening is it has so much play on the bracket that I believe I have to get the bracket welded up around the hole where the bolt goes through into the bracket and through the bushing of the control arm. So the next project is I'm just going to take the CHE control arms back off and get that hole welded up on the bracket and reinstall factory control arms back on the car and just be done with it. I mean, the CHE control arms were great. They handled awesome. The car turned when you wanted to turn. You know, it does great, but it does make it for a harsh ride. So just forewarn you, if you're thinking about going to a CHE control arms, it will be a harsher ride, but it will handle great. So I currently already have the ADT front and rear sway bars, which is awesome. I believe this is just going to balance it out, going back to the factory rear control arms. So I think it will balance it out, make it a little softer ride, but at least it'll be factory start with. I mean, look at this. I mean, I didn't think I can find any, but I did, brand new. So that's the project. It'll be aluminum drive shaft installed, rear control arms, and then also another detail I got. I just ordered up a J-modded valve body. So this is going to be a valve body kit with new Sonex valves and everything. Improved shift plate, the whole nine, a valve body. So I got to get a chance to drop the drain the transmission fluid out, replace the valve body, so I can have quick firm shifts, because I have been experiencing some issues with the transmission, and I believe this valve body will be the fix. So I got my hands full. So hey, trying to keep a Crown Vic running. I mean, it's got 151,000 miles. It's going on 27 years old. Trying to keep it. So this is what you got to do. Keep a old Crown Vic running.